Hello YouTube, it's G-Wave here, and today we're going to be doing more missions. The wife...
The business is going to go under unless I get a hold of some serious cash soon. My wife has an insurance policy, and all she's ever been to me is a hole in my pocket. I've left the car in the usual place. Go and pick up my wife from Classic Nails and bring her back to the factory.
So, yet we're doing another evil mission for Marty Chops, and once again, Claude shows he has no problem doing something this heinous. So Marty wants us to kill his wife to get some money. And once again, Claude has no problem with this. This is what I mean that, well, like I said, that Claude is the most evil GTA protagonist out there. I don't even consider him a protagonist. I consider him both a protagonist and antagonist. And the fact that Claude really has no problem doing this really shows you just how evil Claude is. Like, this really shows you just how evil he is. Come in, Miss Chalks. We're gonna get you your divorce.
Marty wants to see me? Well, it better be quick, because I have to get my hair done.
Don't worry. You don't have to worry about getting your hair done. Ever again. And, Marty's divorcing you. So, don't worry about getting the divorce papers. He's divorcing you in his own way. So, yeah, this mission really shows you just how evil Claude is. Like, it really shows you just how evil he is. The fact that he has no problem doing this. Don't worry about your hair. It's going to be a color. A new color. Red.
Hattie! Stop!
Now that's one way to break up with your wife. So yeah, Marty is really dementive. However, his missions are more of a secret mission. This is basically the first time that I think GTA even had secret missions. I know they're not really known for having secret missions, but this is one of the first. So I'm just gonna leave this car right here. Yeah. Come on, get in there. There we go. The reason why I'm scared to go near the water is simple. Claude can't swim. If you go in the water, you're dead. And yeah, so basically, if you ever want to stop Claude, just make sure he's near the water. That's his kryptonite. And like I said, if you die in the classic games, you lose all your weapons and everything. So this is why every time when I do missions, I always like to save. So let's go listen to some tunes. But before we save, let's see if we can do Joey's mission now, because I couldn't do this last time because it said to come back at a certain time. This is Joey's final mission. No, unfortunately, we can't do Joey's final mission now, so I'm gonna save. Let's listen to something. My favorite radio station. Hold up, let me put this so y'all can hear it. So yeah, that was my favorite radio station. That one's always my favorite. Alright, so it seems the time has changed. So let's see if we can do Joey's mission now.
Yeah, out to the email crew, msxfm@movieshudder.com. Yes, Mr. Time Code. Get down now. Don't stop the money rock.
The Getaway, this mission.
What a ride she's gonna be, huh? All right, listen. Get some wheels to the safe house at St. Mark's and pick up a few friends of mine. They're hitting the bank and they need a driver. I gave my word that you were the man, so don't screw this up. Get them to the bank before 5 o'clock, not a minute after.
So this is Joey's final mission. Well, Joey said don't get them there before 5, but it's already 6. So in my last video when I worked with Joey, I mentioned how there's only one heist and yet at the same time there's another one. So this is another heist mission, and Claude, even though he participates in it, he doesn't actually rob the bank himself. What Claude does is that he's the getaway driver, and as you guys know, Claude is a good driver. Like, he is a real good driver. And if you play San Andreas, you'll see it. I think I'll do San Andreas one of these days. But first, let me pick these guys up.
Get us to the bank on the main drag.
Okay, so these are the Leone soldiers, and like I said, Joey is definitely not a capo regime, because if he was, these guys would be at his area. Joey even didn't say that these guys are his soldiers. He said some friends of his. So Joey is not a capo. Like many people sometimes thought at first that Joey was a capo. Some people, I was one of them, but Joey is not a capo regime. Because if he was, there would be Leones everywhere in his area. So let's put on some music. So,
Keep the engine running. We'll be in and out in no time. Started at 101.1 and a second. Yeah, Mr. Time Code.
All units on bank raid progress back to Liberty Chinatown.
Get us out of here. Yeah, unstoppable. This is a breeze class. 101.1. Frequency high track class. Call me not in.
another bribe.
Here represent your structure. Hear this. Phone line crew, phone number 747-114-553. All across Liberty.
So yeah, like you got two ways of getting away from the police. You can either go to those bribe areas that I just did right now, or you could go to the paint and spray. And I choose to bribe the police because it really saves money. Like, it really helps you save money. That way you won't have to go to the paint and spray. So just memorize where all the bribe areas are and you could get away from them. I actually used to have trouble with this mission because this was the first 3-star mission I ever did. In Joey's last mission, the van heist, that was the first 2-star mission I ever did. So there they go. So yeah, that was Joey's final mission, guys. That was Joey's final mission, and I know what you guys are thinking. Am I going to do Tony's missions yet? Well, no, not yet Tony, because I actually want to do one guy's mission before I do Tony's mission. Tony's missions I'm going to do in the next video. So first I'm going to stop right here. And get me an AK. And the reason why I'm here is to get this car. What's this over here? Oh. Rampage. So this is the Mafia Sentinel. This is the Leone's car. And in my opinion, this is the best car in the whole game. Like the Leone's... Oh. Okay, no damage yet. So yeah, even though I could do Tony's missions, now I'm gonna do one person's mission first. And that is, of course, the phone mission right here. And that is for El Burro of the Diablos. Let me just, Oh, shit. So I'm going to be doing this mission for El Burro. El Burro is the leader of the Diablos. The Diablos are a Spanish street gang. Again, I don't know what Spanish race they are, but I do know that they're all Spanish. Turicimo.
This is El Burro of the Diablos. You are new in Liberty, but already you are gaining a reputation on the streets. There is a street race starting by the old school hall near the Callahan Bridge. Get yourself some wheels, and first through all the checkpoints wins the prize.
So El Burro wants to see if Claude is actually worth his time. So this mission here is to test Claude out. So El Burro tells Claude that there's a street race going on and he wants Claude to participate in it.
What are you doing? Giving a bird? I'll grill your ass.
Now the Mafia Sentinel is the best car in the game. I could have used one of the Diablos as cars, but I don't want to, because the problem with the Diablo car is that it is fast, but it wobbles a lot. Like, it doesn't have that much good balance. The Sentinel is literally the only car I could think of that is properly balanced. It can take a lot of punishment. And here we go. And this is the beauty of the Mafia Sentinel. It is equally fast, it could take a huge amount of punishment, it brakes good. So that was El Burro's first mission. Now we're going to do his second mission. And so yeah, El Burro is an enemy of the Leones. Like, he's not cool with the Leones. And what always got me confused is that how does El Burro not know that Claude killed one of his gang members? Because if you guys can remember, in Luigi's fourth mission, that involves Claude killing a Diablo gang member. So I don't know how El Burro didn't know that was Claude, even though he's aware that Claude has got a reputation on the street. But either way, this is what I love about the Mafia Sentinel and why the Leones are my favorite gang in Mafia in Liberty. And not just Liberty, and in the GTA series. So yeah, always remember, you could choose whatever car you want to do this mission. And when you do El Burro's mission, you could choose to use any car, but I always suggest to use the Mafia Sentinel, because the Mafia Sentinel, it can take a huge amount of punishment, and it's properly balanced. It won't wobble a lot like the Diablo's vehicles. And it could take way more damage than the Yakuza Stinger. It's faster than the cartel's cars. cars, and it doesn't wobble or have any like balance issues like the Yardis and the Diablos' cars. That's why the Leones are, no surprise, the best mafia in Liberty, because they got the best vehicles. I scream, you scream. Oh, I like this mission.
I started my exotic entertainment business with nothing but the sizable contents of my leather pants. A gang of no-goods has threatened to remove my starring member if I don't pay them a cut. They threatened the wrong man, amigo. They have a weakness for the ice cream. Pick up the bomb I've hidden in Hardwood, hijack the regular ice cream van on its rounds, and lure these fools to their doom with the jingly jingly. They hide in a warehouse on Atlantic Key.
So that's what's going on now. Now, El Burro says a gang of no-goods have threatened him. Now, one of the crimes that El Burro does, other than, you know, illegal street racing and robbing people, El Burro's other thing is prostitution. That's one of the reasons why he's also at war with Luigi. As you guys remember in Luigi's final mission, Luigi said some Diablo scumbag was pumping his girls in his area, and the Diablos were helping a pimp with giving prostitution and all that. So here's the car bomb right here, and I think El Burro got this from 8-Ball. Like, I know this is in some area, but I'm pretty sure that this was given by 8-Ball. Fun fact about this mission is good that you do it now, because if you do another mission that you do later, you're never gonna do this mission. So you guys are probably wondering, who are the no-goods that El Burro is talking about? Well, it turns out the no-goods, they're actually the Forellis. That's right. Chronologically, this is the last time we see the Forellis. The Forellis are the ones that are giving El Burro a difficult time.
Great.
You looking for trouble?
Love that jingle. So yeah, the people that are threatening El Burro are the Forellis, and this mission really shows you just how weak they are. And I'm gonna make a comment on the Forellis later after this mission, but this is the Forellis. And chronologically, this is the last time we see the Forellis, and this mission really shows you just how weak they've gotten. The Forellis were once the most powerful mafia in Liberty City. I said this when I did Joey's missions, and I talked about the Forellis. Sorry if I sound like a broken record, but I have to say it anyway. So, the Forellis were once the most powerful mafia in Liberty. Not just in Liberty, but all of America. If you play Vice City and Vice City Stories, where they're at the height of their power, it shows you just how strong they were. And now, after something in Liberty City Stories, after something that Tony did, the Forellis are now the weakest street gang in Liberty. In Advance, they were still considered a mafia, but in Advance, that was it. Careful with the water. So there they are right there. Those are the Forellis. And I know they look like the Leones, but those are the Forellis. Those guys are the Forellis. Even though they look like the Leones, they're the Forellis. So yeah, see, like I said, they look like Leone soldiers, but they're not the Leones. These guys are the Forellis. Like, the reason why the Forellis, they look like the Leones is because, let's not forget, guys, this game came out way before... Yo, dude, you like what you see here? A bunch of dead bodies. Yeah, what the fuck? Oh, sorry for my language. But yeah, so even though the Forellis look like the Leonis, these are the Forellis. Because remember, guys, even though 3 takes place way after the events of Vice City and Vice City Stories, Liberty City, and San Andreas, remember, this game came out first. So this is why each of these Forelli guys, they look like the Leonis. They look like the Leonis, even though they're not the Leonis. These are the Forellis. And the thing about the Forellis is this warehouse right here serves a huge importance. Let's see, this warehouse right here. It serves a huge importance in GTA Liberty City Stories. Because this warehouse, this whole area, this was once owned by Vincenzo. This was once Vincenzo's area, and Vincenzo was once a capo regime in GTA Vice City. I mean, not Vice City, my mistake, guys. Liberty City Stories. But in Liberty City Stories, Vincenzo ends up betraying Tony, who is that guy that we saw talking with Joey and we saved from the Triads. Vincenzo got jealous of Tony doing good, and so he betrayed Tony. So yeah, Vincenzo was the backstabber in that game.
I'm a working man.
After Tony killed Vincenzo, the Leonis no longer run this area. Like, I don't know if the Leonis, they just chose to leave, or, you know, they didn't want anyone to know that they were here, but either way, the Leonis are no longer in this area. So the Forellis have taken this area, and this also shows you just how weak they were. Because the Forellis, they were super rich. They were very rich. Like, they were very rich at the height of their power. And now they're like the weakest gang in Liberty. And going back to El Burro, if the Forellis were still at the height of their power, El Burro would not be fighting them. Like, this would not be happening if Sonny was still alive. Like, if Sonny Forelli was alive still, or the Forellis were still rich and powerful, El Burro would have no choice but to comply with the Forellis. He would have no other choice because the Forellis were too strong for him. But now that they're super weak, now that the Forellis are the weakest gang in Liberty, everyone is taking advantage of them. They're taking this opportunity to go at it with them, to, like, you know, make them suffer for everything they did to them in the old GTA games. Like, that's how weak the Forellis are. In fact, the Leonis don't even consider the Forellis a threat. The only reason why the Leonis, Joey, is even fighting the Forellis is to prove himself to his father. And simply, I think that's what his dad did. I think because Joey is now a soldier now in the Leonis, I think his dad, who we'll see later on, told him to do this to prove himself. And so basically, I think that's what Joey is doing. He's doing this to prove himself.
This is what they call a roadie thing out there.
So now we're gonna do El Burro's next mission.
I'm gonna get you.
Trial by fire.
Some insolent triad stole my beautiful car last night, wrecked it and left it burning. Some of my most precious donkey memorabilia was in the trunk. Real collectibles that are irreplaceable, my friend. I've hidden a throbbing weapon on the edge of Chinatown. Take it and teach these triad vandals to fear El Burro's well-endowed wrath. Arriba!
So, apparently El Burro had a car and the Triad stole it from him and they destroyed it. And inside of it was some of El Burro's pornography, and he's not happy. pornography that he made. As you guys know, El Burro is sort of like a porn director. He makes porn movies. And so he wants Claude to go down and teach the triads a lesson. Here's one. The reason why I'm jumping a lot is because the flamethrower is a heavy weapon. You can't run with it. Just need 2 more triads. Just one more. Where's the second triad? I need another. There we go. Oh my god. And I think the triads become hostile to Claude after this mission. So yeah, that's the problem with that mission, guys. Like, you need to make sure that when you do that, you can only bunny hop. You can only jump. Because the flamethrower, you can't run with it. That's not a running weapon.
Are you freaking retarded?
So I'm just going to do something real quick. I know this area that has armor that I could get. Here we are. And so basically that's just it right there. So yeah, like, I think now the triads will become hostile towards Claude whenever he returns to Chinatown. Oh, someone took my car. Ah, whatever. El Burro's next thing is just down this way. And he gives you a vehicle anyway. So as I was saying before, guys, like, so yeah. So El Burro really is upset at the triads now, so now he's at war with both the triads and the Leones. Like, the Leones don't really fight the Diablos that much in this game, and like in Liberty City stories, but in Liberty City stories, you can see why the Leones are upset at the Diablos, and why they're enemies of them. Now, in Liberty City now, these are the mafias, and they're ranked by power. The number one most powerful mafia is the Leones, the second is the cartel, and the third is the Yakuza. The triads are the weakest mafia in Liberty at this point. And in terms of the street gangs, the number one most powerful street gang in Liberty now in 3 is the Yardies. The Diablos are number 2, and the Red Jack Hoods are number 3. The weakest are the Forellis. The Forellis are not even a mafia anymore. They are literally a gang now. So now we're going to do El Burro's final mission.
A thieving opportunist has stolen a van of my latest publication hot off the press. But that spanked-up idiot has left the rear doors open, and now my beautifully produced, tastefully photographed adult literature is being dropped all over Liberty. Take the van and follow that trail of Don Quintas Dallas volumes 1, 2, and 3, collecting it as you go. When you follow this trail to that thieving spankhead, waste him. Then deliver my Donkey Derby to XXX Max in the Red Light District.
So basically, someone has stolen El Burro's porn magazines. Like I said, El Burro does pornography as a front to hide his illegal business. So we're gonna find them now.
Lonely castle on a windswept moor. Do you long to trade in your sweatsuit for a...
All you can look at the Donkey Kong being drug support area.
Yep, the triads are hostile to us. Yeah, I know it seems scary that the triads are trying to kill Claude, but they're like one of the least threatening gangs that Claude has to worry about, because there's one gang Claude will have to worry about later on, and I'll explain that later. I don't want to spoil anything for anyone. So yeah, the one tricky thing about this mission is that you needed to be careful if cars were in the way, because sometimes the cars, they will literally stop directly on top of the porn magazines, and you'll have to wait for them to move. And the magazines, they only give you 1 extra second. Like, they'll give you an extra 1 second. So this guy tried to scam El Burro by stealing his porn mags, who El Burro thought was on his side, but it turns out this guy just wanted them for himself. So El Burro had us kill him. So we kill him. Like, you could choose to get out the car, but I find it better to just ram him.
Alright, alright.
Oh yeah, bunch of guys in trench coats. They definitely made it obvious what they're doing. So that was El Burro's final mission. And the thing about El Burro, guys, is that you can actually choose to do one of the missions over again. And that's, of course, the racing mission. Now, I might do that one again, but I'll do it off screen and before a certain time. So yeah, that was El Burro's final mission, and that's where we're gonna end it today. I'm just gonna, you know, save the game. And oh, this is another thing, guys. If you do El Burro's final mission, look here, he gives Claude some of his porn magazines for free. Yeah, if you do El Burro's final mission, he'll give Claude free porn. And I don't know if Claude actually reads these, because like I said, he's a psychopath and he doesn't care about anyone, so I don't think Claude will read these. But yeah, so after doing El Burro's third mission, now the Triads, they're very hostile to Claude. So yeah, now whenever we go back to Chinatown, the Triads, they're very hostile to Claude, and they want him dead. And so that's where I'm going to end it today, guys. I did Joey's final mission, and I did the Diablos' missions for El Burro. And next time when I play, I will finally be doing Tony's missions. So I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay and everything. And the reason why I like doing El Burro's final mission is because that's the last time we do the Forellis. We actually encountered them. And I know that the Forellis are not a big deal in this game, but I always loved fighting the Forellis. I consider them my favorite enemies because they were just really interesting. I really found them interesting on how they started out from one of the most powerful mafias in all of America to the weakest now, and they even got the nickname the punching bag of the GTA universe. So that's where I'm going to end it right now. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time from when we do Tony's first mission. Thank you and enjoy. Have a nice day. This is G-Wave signing out.